Hey, what is going on,
Hello.
guys? This is Ultima, and I'm out here with root beer and milk,
Oh
and
yes, the greatest,
the
the greatest
greatest,
of all the milks.
the greatest of all the milks. And we are here for our second episode of Monday Night Raw. So let's just get straight into it.
We
The SmackDown was a good episode, so they beat us by 5 points last week. So hopefully we can take the dub this week.
we're looking to strike back hard. We got a lot of good segments, a lot of good matches,
And hopefully it's enough.
and look, we got even more attendance this week.
Yes, we did. That's what I like to see. Maybe it's because SmackDown improved our popularity, but
Nah, 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 nah.
nah, nah, nah. It's Monday Night Raw. This is what we do. And we kick off the show with the 5v5 pre-show women's match. In an abysmal pre-show match, Dana Brooke, Io Shirai, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, and Naomi defeated Natalya, Tamina, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Sonya Deville in 10:16 when Io Shirai pinned Tamina with a moonsault press. Io Shirai with the 65, bro. That's really good. And she's not even popular. That's really good. She did
Oh
better
yeah.
than Alexa Bliss. That's crazy. That's very good. Love to see it. And Naomi benefited from a groundswell of public support.
Oh, well, that's
That's
very
interesting.
good.
And Tamina as well, and from
In
amazing
what world
form,
does Tamina have a groundswell of public support?
Sonya Deville. And Io Shirai came out of this match looking good, so Io Shirai is definitely getting that push. Come on now. There's some good
Come
stuff
on
there.
now,
Come on now.
acknowledge her.
Acknowledge Io. Acknowledge her.
The only person we should be acknowledging.
Exactly. Ooh, and this match was very good. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Kevin Owens defeated Dolph Ziggler in 10:30 by pinfall with a pop-up powerbomb. Ziggler with a 59 and Owens with a 70, so a good pre-show match here. Very good.
Oh yeah.
As we head into the main show, we kick off the
Kicking it off with a
show.
fatal four-way.
We got a fatal four-way match kicking off the show. Dominic Dijakovic versus Damian Priest versus Jeff Hardy versus Seth Rollins, which was a good match here, a good fatal four-way match when Seth Rollins defeated Damian Priest, Jeff Hardy, Dominic in 7:57 when Seth Rollins pinned Damian Priest with a curb stomp. Seth Rollins was head and shoulders above everyone else, so he carried this match with a 74. So good stuff there. Rollins picking up another victory here on Monday Night Raw. And we head into this segment.
So after the match, Seth Rollins he meets up with Shane and Stephanie, and he says, "Okay, I won the main event against Kofi Kingston, and now I just won a fatal four-way. Have I earned a WWE title match at Armageddon?" And Shane and Stephanie go, "Well, to be frankly, you have. You've exceeded our expectations, honestly. So there's no reason for us to not give you that WWE title match at Armageddon. All we need to do now is find your opponent."
Indeed, so Seth Rollins is the first person to be announced for the WWE title match at Armageddon. Who his opponent is, we booked it as, if you guys watch the booking live stream, you will know, but it'll be announced very soon. Get into this interview.
So Booker T, he's backstage with not Booker T. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, I dig it, brother. Oh, I dig it too, my brother. But he's backstage with Bobby Lashley and MVP. He says, "So, you have a tag team match against the New Day later on tonight. What's your plans?" And MVP shuts Booker T down real quick. He says, "Look, Booker, it's going to be the same story as always. Bobby, he's going to dominate. Plain and simple. Kofi Kingston, he's going to get dominated. Xavier Woods, he's going to get dominated. I might not even have to step into the match to help out. Bobby Lashley, he's just that good." And he was, by the way, he never lost his WWE title match. So after an easy win over the New Day, he's gonna go right back to the title and get it. End of story. And then they just walk off.
Going down Lashley and MVP versus the New Day here tonight on Monday Night Raw. We've got a few big matches also coming up tonight. Nice segment
Ooh.
here, always.
So Owens and Cole, they're backstage, and they agree that they're going to have a pick your poison stipulation heading into their match, just to test each other out, because they have a lot of respect for them. So Kevin Owens, he says, all right, Adam, I see what you're putting down. So tonight, I have a very special opponent you're going to face. Some could even say a dream match. So I'll see you out there tonight, and good luck. Because Kevin Owens, he's still all about this honor and respect. He doesn't know about Adam's true intentions quite yet.
Dig it.
And that match is Adam Cole against Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, he puts up a good effort, but no cigar. Adam Cole puts him away with a flying crossbody. What a lame finish.
A flying crossbody.
And what is this, 1975?
It was a decent little match here. It wasn't fireworks, but it was a good match.
It's just that popularity Adam Cole has. He's not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet, but he'll be there soon. After picking up a big victory over Mr. Booyaka.
After the match, Ray, he's still kind of selling that devastating crossbody. Apparently, Dominic, who was at ringside, he helps Ray out. When Dolph and Robert Roode come out, Dolph and Robert, they say, "Okay." So we were thinking long and hard about this. We went into the deep hours of the night just thinking about it. Originally, we thought, well, it's Armageddon, so maybe a Hell in a Cell match, but that's a little too taxing on our bodies. So then we decided maybe we go with a street fight, and each time this is riling up the crowd. It's like, but then we realized we have to do something about this high flying offense that you're known for. So we decided that at Armageddon for the Raw tag team titles, we're gonna have a bull rope match.
A bull rope match with the Dirty Dogs and the Mysterios. So they're trying to stop their high flying stuff. So that's interesting stuff there. At least we thought it was an interesting concept.
Because what better way to keep them on the ground by literally tying them down?
True that. So that was I think that's a very interesting concept. So cool stuff there.
And then up next, Shane and Stephanie, they're talking in their office. When Edge comes in, he says, Hey, I've been around this business a long time, and I've more than earned a WWE title match. I'm Edge, for crying out loud." And they say, "Well, Edge, you've been away for a little bit. So tonight, in the main event, you're going to be facing John Morrison. If you can beat John Morrison, then maybe we'll consider giving you a WWE title match." And Edge is like, "Oh, I'm not even going to worry about John Morrison, and I'm not even going to be worrying about Seth Rollins. Because I am head and shoulders above both of them combined. And I'm going to prove that in this main event come tonight."
See how that turns out for Edge here tonight with his match with John Morrison. As we head into a terrible match, Ricochet defeated Jinder Mahal in 701 with a 630 splash. Ricochet with a 52. It's terrible. Ricochet benefited from having a hot new move. So terrible stuff there. 52.
Hot new move. What was it? Like a triple moonsault?
Probably. That would be crazy.
He already basically kills himself on a double.
This was as terrible as we thought it was going to be.
Hey, that's why we cut it to 1 minute. So Ricochet, Apollo Crews comes out. Ricochet, before Apollo can even speak, he says, "Okay, Apollo, you have all this talk about how America is a disgrace and how at Armageddon you're going to be throwing it in the trash and replacing it with the Nigerian title. Well, I'm here to say I am proud of that heritage of the United States title, and that come Armageddon, I keep thinking Backlash. Come Armageddon, I will win the strap and I will keep the United States title." And Apollo, he says quickly, because we're cutting short, we're running a little short on this segment with probably like 20 seconds left. He says, "And that's why you will lose, because of your pride in America, a country that has failed you." This country has failed us all in some ways. And I'm shocked that you still stand with America. After all, look, you used to be fighting for the WWE title. You were one of the hottest prospects coming into the WWE, and look where you are now. You're fighting with Jinder Mahal of all people. And I should also say, Jinder Mahal was betrayed by America too. He was a former WWE champion, and look where he is now.
20 seconds.
So yeah, this is definitely going over time. But Apollo says, "Look, you're putting your faith in the wrong country, my brother. So that is why at Armageddon you will lose."
I
And there we
wonder how
go.
this storyline is going, because so far it's been terrible. To another interview.
Yeah, we go backstage. Booker T, he's having the time of his life because everybody just treats him like crap in these backstage segments. So New Day, they're probably handing out pancakes or whatnot. So Booker, he's kind of joking around. He says, "All right, guys, let's be serious. How are you going to beat Bobby Lashley on MVP? Bobby Lashley, former WWE champion, he's a destroyer. How do you plan on beating him?" And Kofi and Xavier give the cheesiest positive answer. They'll say, "Through the power of positivity," or something like that. So Kofi says, "Hey, I'm a former WWE champion too, and I have proven in the past that hard work can take you far. It can get you to the mountaintop. And I know things haven't been going our way. I'm going to be honest. But I feel the resurgence is coming. And if we just stay positive, we can do anything. Bobby Lashley may seem like an insurmountable task to conquer, but we can conquer that, no problem. And with my friend by my side, nothing is impossible."
Absolutely nothing is impossible for the New Day, so let's see how that turns out. Hopefully it's a good segment. Hopefully. Because this show is definitely not up to par with Raw's episode last week. So I'm a little nervous, but let's see.
We're doing fine so far.
Yeah, pretty good.
Next match, there we go. It's a pretty decent one. So Bobby Lashley and MVP and New Day. It's actually a pretty back and forth match. Bobby Lashley, he's having a little trouble with the high flying offense, but it seems like it seems like he's starting to get his groove. But Kofi Kingston, he's not out of the woods yet. When all of a sudden the lights go out, lights come back on. It's Karrion Kross. He lays out Bobby Lashley and Kofi Kingston at the same time. It's a draw, but by double disqualification. We head into the next match, or the next segment. And Karrion Kross is there with Scarlett, and they lay waste to Lashley, MVP, Kingston, and Xavier Woods. Chaos has come to Raw.
Nice. Karrion Kross making his WWE debut. Wow, terrible.
Oof. I guess Shane McMahon isn't that good. But basically, he says, "Hey, Paul, so you've been talking a lot of smack on Talking Smack about Tyson Kidd, who's not even a member of the roster, of the active roster. He's the guy who helps people with promos and matches. What are you talking about? He's a former wrestler. Put some respect on his name. And if you want to talk all that trash, why don't you come over to Raw next week? We'll have a little conversation." And I'm going to be honest. It took a little convincing for my dad not to fire you for talking about Tyson Kidd like that.
Wow. Tyson Kidd. You must be
I had
really
to convince Natalia not to go over to your house and kill you.
Wow.
Probably not like that, but he said, "Look, I'm going to be honest. You had a cease and desist coming your way before I convinced them not to send it over. But will you show up to Raw? We'll see. You are kind of a cowardly weasel, so I wouldn't be surprised if you would turn down this challenge."
Wow. That was a threat to Friday Night SmackDown. Let's see how they respond.
He also probably calls his legitimacy into question. He says, "You're so bad, you let ECW die twice."
Ooh.
I'm going to be honest. You're such a failure that you didn't even let ECW die while you were on ship. You left it to Tommy Dreamer when you took your ball and went home. You left ECW a second time after December to Dismember when it got too hard. You left OVW when it got too hard. The only prospect you ever built up was Brock Lesnar. He was already going to be a superstar. Anybody else you have managed has been a star, was already a main event star. And anybody else you tried to help, like Cesaro or Curtis Axel, has been a forgotten failure of the past. You're nothing without us, Paul, and you're never going to succeed ever. You're going to die alone, and all the people you helped build up in ECW, they're going to die alone except for that needle in their arm.
Wow. Throwing shots for real at Paul Heyman.
Oh, shooting.
My goodness, Ed, you're supposed to be carrying Monday Night Raw. What are you doing?
It's Booker T. Booker T is holding him back. So he says, hey, look. So he says, all right, I'm facing John Morrison tonight, but that's going to be no problem, like I've already said. I'm not looking past John. He's a talented guy, but he's not my concern. My concern is Seth Rollins. So after tonight, I'm going to prove that I should be WWE Champion, and why it shouldn't have even been a question of who should be WWE Champion. We shouldn't even have a match. Honestly, if they would have just given it to me, that would have been the most sensible decision. Oh, hold on.
Alright. Then we have a match card hyping up Bianca Belair taking on Sasha Banks here tonight, which they had a brawl last week, so let's see how that match goes. It was a really good brawl, so hopefully the match is just as good. Ooh,
But
another good
first,
segment. They're carrying Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens and Adam Cole are carrying this show.
oh yes. So Adam Cole, he's kind of icing up after his match with Rey Mysterio. You know, Rey Mysterio put up a good tough fight. But Kevin Owens walks up. He says, "Hey, you put up a tough performance. I never thought I'd ever see somebody win with a crossbody splash." And Adam Cole's like, "Yeah, hey, the kind of oh, there's my dog. Sorry. Hey, gosh, all right." But he says, "Hey, look, I have to put some legitimacy into Monday Night Raw, and if I have to win with old school moves like that, I will." But Kevin Owens, I have to warn you, next week your match isn't going to be as simple as a one-on-one with a legend like Rey Mysterio, a has-been like Rey Mysterio. You're going to be facing two up-and-coming talents who are absolute brutes in a handicap match. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week on Raw, you'll be facing Dominic Dijakovic and Shane Thorne in a handicap match. So if you even make it out of that, Kevin Owens, I will be surprised. And you will have earned my respect.
It's going down. Handicap match for Kevin Owens. Adam Cole booking him in a handicap match. Kind of a douchey decision, but it is what it is. Adam Cole kind of being a heel here, trying to push him over as a heel.
And Kevin Owens, not shocked, but a little disappointed in Adam Cole's actions. Like, okay, look, you said this was about honor and respect. Yet you're trying to end my career by putting me in a handicap match with two killers. But I'm going to prove you wrong next week when I beat them.
Imagine being booked against two people. That sounds like trash. Nice, a good segment on this show.
So Edge, he's backstage, he's warming up, he's stretching, doing all those typical stretches. When Seth Rollins, he comes out of nowhere, he hits Edge with a chair, knocks him to the ground, starts stomping on him. He stamps on his neck multiple times, and then he just presses his boot down on his neck, just making Edge scream in pain, just going after the neck. So eventually, some people, they come over and they get Seth away from Edge. And they're kind of checking on Edge. They're getting Seth away from the area. Will Edge be able to compete tonight? Who knows?
This is a tough one. Shades of 2014 or 2015 when Rollins attacked almost attacked the neck of Edge. So Rollins really enjoys attacking Edge's neck.
An unfortunate character trait. And there we go.
Always, always Sasha Banks walking backstage is a good segment.
She's
Hopefully this match is good.
just stretching, really riling up the crowd.
Hopefully this match is good. I'm looking forward to seeing how this does. Bianca and Sasha Banks. Ah, it was decent. Io
So
Shirai
Sasha
with the
Banks.
same rating as Sasha Banks. Wow.
All right. So what happened in this match, RPJ?
And about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Sasha Banks defeated Bianca Belair in 10:24 by pinfall after a distraction from Alexa Bliss. So a decent match here. Sasha Banks getting the roll-up win after distraction from Bliss.
And then afterwards, all hell breaks loose. So after the match, Sasha, she's celebrating when Io Shirai hits her with a kendo stick or something
Yeah.
like that. So Io Shirai, she hits Sasha with a kendo stick. Carmella comes out, attacks Io Shirai. Then Liv Morgan comes out and attacks Carmella. What's going on, folks?
All hell
Everybody
breaks
wants a piece of
loose.
that Raw Women's title.
Craziness just went down on Monday Night Raw.
The women's division has exploded on Monday Night Raw.
Indeed. Wow, this show has been
Kind of disappointing, I'm not going to lie.
yeah.
Not bad, but just disappointing. But anyways, Ms. Morrison, they're backstage with their drip sticks. They probably spray Booker T with his nice suit, and he's like, "Oh, shuck it, duck it, quack, quack. Tell me I did not just see that." And he's like, "Oh, sorry, Booker. But hey, look, you're washed up has-been. Literally washed up. Haha, look, we just sprayed you again." But Booker, he drenched in water, he just says, "Okay, look. John Morrison, you're facing Edge tonight. What's your thoughts?" He says, "Hey, I'm just gonna beat Edge. That's Edge. I don't even know if I'm gonna be fighting Edge tonight. He just got attacked by Seth Rollins, so I might be just getting a clean. I just might be getting. It just might be clean sales from here on out. I might just get the WWE title shot given to me." So then John Morrison kind of walks off, and then Miz John he kind of got left behind in his wheelchair. So Booker T, a quick little kick to the ACL of Miz before he walks off.
Content on Monday Night Raw. This show has been oof.
And then he probably locks Miz's wheels in place so he can't move.
And we definitely did not win this week, but
Well, hey, we haven't seen their show yet, so
let's see. I mean, they have Roman Reigns. We booked John Cena, and that was a mistake. We should have hired Roman Reigns. Honestly.
So Shane and Steph, they're in their office. They bring Seth in. They say, "What the hell was that? You attack Edge. Honestly, we honestly, if we hadn't already given you that WWE title match, you would have been suspended. But so we're gonna give you a warning right now. If you interfere, and thank God, Edge is okay. Turns out you don't have that precision and accuracy in your stops like you usually do. So I don't know. But thankfully, he should be fighting John Morrison tonight in the main event. But if you interfere in that main event, you will be suspended and you will miss out on your WWE title opportunity." So Seth, he kind of gives his half-assed apology. He says, "All right, I'm sorry, not
He ain't
sorry
trying
that
to
he
get
did it, sorry that he
suspended.
got caught."
Ain't trying to get suspended, Rollins. And the main event is up next. Hopefully, just hopefully, it's good. Hopefully, because we cannot have a show this bad. Come on, Edge, do us right. What do you think this match is gonna get?
I've got no clue.
Hopefully, it's above a 70. My bad.
We
I
can
had to
only hope.
sneeze. Hopefully it's above a 70. Oh my god.
Hey, even better, 69.
Wow, this show was absolutely terrible. Edge could not
Anyway,
carry this. Why?
so Edge, he gets the 80. Morrison gets the 52, 62, 62. I'm not wearing my glasses. But Edge takes him a considerably longer time since his neck is in shambles. He was attacked, but he barely gets the win.
Just barely.
And Miz, unfortunately, not out there with John Morrison because his wheels were locked in place backstage. Oh no.
This match was disappointing. This whole show has been disappointing so far.
Except for Kevin Owens and that. We're going to have to give him more segments next week.
For real, that storyline has been carrying this show. Wow, 70. You love to
At
see
least
it.
we can end off on something. Anyway, so Edge, after the match, he's barely able to get to his feet. He's holding his neck because apparently John Morrison was also going for the neck. When Shane and Stephanie come out and they say, "All right, Edge, we know you were attacked, so that probably hindered your performance, but we're not impressed. But we'll give you the win anyways, just because you had to work through a lot. So get that neck checked out and whatnot." And they're about to walk backstage when Seth Rollins comes out. He laughs at Edge, ha ha, or probably that weird Wario laugh he has, ha ha ha. You thought you could, you think you after a performance like that you can beat me? Edge, you're washed up. You're almost 50 years old. I'll be shocked if you can even make it down the ramp at Armageddon to face me. And Edge, he cuts him off right there. He says, "Look here, have some respect. There's reasons I'm an 11-time world champion here at WWE. I have been here since the 90s. I cut my teeth in the TLC matches I've had with the Hardys and the Dudleys. I have faced opponents like John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Triple H. I went through death row. I've come through hell and back just to get back to where I am, and there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting that WWE title match. Nonetheless, a poser like you call yourself the Monday Night Messiah. You couldn't even find your way through. Probably says something like you couldn't even find your way through the soup aisle looking for soup.
What a
But
roast.
he says, neck or not, I'm going to beat you at Armageddon, and I'm going to get that WWE title back around my waist. This 10-year-long drought ends at Armageddon.
Roasting for real.
So let's see what we got.
This is going to be a terrible rating, so let's just get it over with. Oh! What? 73? It's not terrible.
Yep.
It's only 1 point down from last week. Okay then.
So SmackDown, balls in your court. But let's just say we got a surprise for you next week.
We don't even know what that surprise is, but we do
No,
have
no,
one.
hey, no, remember?
Oh, actually, we
remember?
do. Oh, we do. Oh, yeah, we do have a surprise next week. The 73 is not terrible, so I ain't mad at it. So that was Monday Night Raw. We're going to come back stronger next week. We went 1 point down this week, and I think that's because our main event was trash. If our main event was just a little bit better, I think we could have done the same or even better. But
And hey, look, with our big surprise next week, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to beat you next week.
I would be surprised if we don't either. So that was Monday Night Raw, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to tune in to the SmackDown booking on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. It should be scheduled, so you guys can check out when that is going to be, so you can watch it live. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And this is Ultima, and we are signing off. Peace.